decisions. Let's look at Blake Lizotte, career game number 400 tonight. 30th active undrafted player to hit that milestone. It's the Pens and the Kraken, first to two this year, and we're underway. Thanks for being with us here on SPORTSNET Pittsburgh. Stretches Carlson out to center.
Some good work here by this Crosby line, jumping on loose pucks, winning battles.
Rust back in, a shot and a stick save by Grubauer. Tommy Novak trying to slip around Gaudreau at center. Gets it ahead to Kindle. Tries to center in front. It bounced in on Grubauer, who sticked it away. Evans on the wall. Up ahead for Catton. First round pick in 2024 of the Kraken, knocked off the puck. Here comes Kindle. Pass off a stick, poked ahead for Novak. Swings it back in front. Kindle is robbed by Grubauer.
Just go sit in the box for a couple minutes as Tommy Novak, great pass in behind Evans. You see that? He just curls the wrist
back
over.
To Marchment. Loads up and a shot is blocked by Carlson. Schwartz fed up to Montour. His drive missed the net. Patton after it, taps it along to Letang, and then Novak. Pivots away from Larson. Dozen seconds on the power play. It's Mantha. Swings it in front of. Stopped by Grubauer on Heinen. Mantha to it again. Sends it to Novak. Out of the box comes Catton. We're back to 5-on-5. Penguins pressuring. Hayes will take it. Throw it cross ice. Letang up top. Shea. One-timer. Save made by Grubauer. Towards Letang. Head fake around Cartier. Here's Letang. Dances on in. Flips it in front. And missing was Mantha. Feeds it right wing. There's Everly. Back down low to Beniers. Around it comes for Vince Dunn. He'll shoot it. Save made by Murashov, and that came through a screen.
Plays that hard-nosed style, hard hockey.
Here's Crosby at center. Passes to Carlson. Shoots, and a glove save by Grubauer. Both his goals this year have come on home ice. Shea dances in, tries to drive the net, lost the puck, and then it squirts wide in the blue paper. We got a penalty coming up again. Mantha plays it up the wall. Letang handles it. 40 seconds on the power play. Hayes will step in. Throws it down low. Mantha's redirect is stopped by Grubauer.
As well, that was shut down by Grubauer, but lots to like. But I got to imagine that first goal for them here will be really meaningful in their game and bouncing back off last night as well.
Murashov will wheel it around for Rust. Redirect to Crosby, knocked off his stick, and here comes Brian Rust. 4 of his 5 goals this year have come under this roof. Looking for more as he passes to Dewar. A shot, save Grubauer, it's loose in front. And knocked away from Rust. That was a bit of an awkward save from Philipp Grubauer.
Off his stick, up into his blocker, and bounced back right out front of the net. He had no clue where it went at that point.
Schwartz maneuvers through center, flips it left wing, Tolvanen back to Schwartz. He'll wrist it, saved by Murashov. Shea trying to get around the referees, who are Kendrick Nicholson and Stephen Hiff tonight. Kindle turns it over. Marchment looks to shoot, he does, and scores! Mason Marchment beats Murashov, and the Kraken have the first goal of this game.
Time after a couple opportunities to try to get that puck out, it was Kindle who just lost the puck to Marchment, and you can see why this celebration is so big for Marchment, as gets Seattle on the board first with a shot under the arm.
By Dumba. Carried to center by Riker Evans. His 3rd NHL season, at a breakout sophomore year. The centering pass there missed Patton. A drive from Larson is kicked out. Couldn't quite pull the trigger in tight. Wotherspoon over to Carlson. He'll shoot. Glove save, Grubauer. Penguins have numbers up ice. Carlson dishes to Malkin. Pence it across. Wotherspoon shot off the glove of Grubauer. It's loose. Still loose as Grubauer couldn't cover.
No!
Feeds Tolvanen. Passes up top. Here's Evans. Dishes to Gaudreau. In the slot, Tolvanen's one-timer is answered by Murashov. Not I.
Nope. Dan, the only Zamboni I care about is this gravy Zamboni. Hey, it's the night before Thanksgiving itself, which is always a big night. So be the first 7,500 in the barn, you'll get one of those.
Novak's shot is gloved by Grubauer, and if there's anything that's jumped out about Philipp Grubauer in this game, off the face-off, it's Hayes carrying deeper. Swings out with it off the outside of the net. Kareem's to Montour.
The big goal scorer off of that puck.
Face-off win by the Kraken. Riker Evans' shot is stopped by Murashov. Comes free to Shane Wright, turns it over to Evgeny Malkin. All these Pens out there north of a minute as some of them will peel off for a change. Wotherspoon allows for all of them to do that by dumping it in. Crosby up the wall. Fresh out there, Letang. Over to Shea. He'll snap it off the pad of Grubauer. Rust to Shea off the end wall. Big hop. Taken by Dunn. Wright gets it ahead, and a 2-on-1 for Seattle. It's Gaudreau. He's got some help. Gaudreau shoots, blocker, save Murashov. Passes to Catton. Snap shot wide of the net. Rust trying to accelerate, pick up it, and he does. Off to Wotherspoon. Then Dewar dumps it in. Rust is after it. Grubauer's out of the net. Plays it right to Dewar. Back in front. Crosby scores! Look what he found! A turnover by Grubauer, and the captain capitalizes. We're tied at 1.
One goal in his last 5 games that came in Sweden, and he snaps out of that. Just that one goal, he had 1 point was that goal in his last 4 games, but just a dump in, and Grubauer just kind of tries to get it out of there because of the pressure of Brian Rust. And on his stick, off his stick is Connor Dewar, and that's right to cross.
Opposite Sasky boy and Chandler Stevenson.
Yeah, they got a few Sasky boys. He's from Saskatoon. Catton from Saskatoon as well, where I'm from. In Saskatchewan. Eberle down the road in Regina, Saskatchewan.
Back to Kevin Hayes. Fires. Save made. Grubauer. Rebound off the crossbar from Heinen. Still loose. Letang's got a chance. His shot's blocked.
What a flurry around the net here. The second unit, who's had some good opportunities on the power play. That one just kind of chips around right here as Heinen gets to this and pops it up and right off the crossbar.
Again, it's Crosby with the puck on his stick. Kindle gives it back to the captain. Malkin sends it in front. It's loose there. They're digging for it. Stopped by Grubauer. Still loose. They score! Malkin on the power play. And the Penguins take the lead for the first time tonight.
He's got 3 goals in his last 4 games, and there's a face-off win that gets it started. That first unit back out on the ice, and the Penguins elected to work it down low. And I talked about Ben Kindle getting bumped out right there. He gets a stick on that puck in front, which keeps that play alive. Just
leaves it for Stevenson. Tries to get a step on Wotherspoon. The centering pass pushed wide, as Tolvanen had a great chance atop the crease. Into the slot Marchment, back to Riker Evans. Carrying deeper, then feeding Marchment, passes across Beniers, steps in, shoots, he scores! Matty Beniers goes top shelf and ties the game with 7:24 to go.
Go to work, and the view of that pass right through from Beniers up top here was perfectly in line with our booth. That one right there, Marchment all the way across through that seam. They worked hard to get Penguins rotated around for that. What a shot.
He had a great look there from the slot.
That'll be something too. Game 400 for Blake Lizotte. And a great chance down the guts of the ice, just whiffing on it. He had the Pens, I think, last 3 shots on goal as well.
They have not won a game this year that's extended past regulation. Lost once in overtime, 3 times in the shootout. Sidney Crosby wins the faceoff as they look to change that statistic here tonight. Montour bumped to the ice, Malkin for Letang, he's got a step. Chris Letang off the crossbar. Novak's got it. He moves in, Letang one-timer, stick save Grubauer.
And get it back, and it leads to this chance. Chris Letang off on his own. I can't believe Carlson's moves and wizardry and almost finding Malkin on that back door.
Here's Freddie Gaudreau for Seattle. Puts it back to the point. Montour moves in, a shot, score! Brandon Montour with the overtime winner for the Kraken. And they take it 3-2 here in the extra frame.
Well, that overtime was all Penguins. Shot under the blocker, through the blocker arm. for Montour. He's been up on the play and trying to get involved all game long.